I really have no idea what to think of this. I mean, my eyes hurt. Welcome to a first to die tutorial in Dota 2 featuring Centaur Warunner.
A centaur's road is paved with the corpses of the fallen.
I love this champion. And of all the tanks I've played, which isn't a lot, but that's beside the point, of all of them, he I've found the most fun. All of his abilities scream power. Okay, so on a more serious note, Centaur Warunner is a melee champion. Melee, whatever. He's an axe-wielding horseman. There. And he hits people with his axe. The definition of axe-wielding. Anyway. He is a strong, all-round champ, so he doesn't really have a weak phase. However, he doesn't have a particularly strong phase aside from his mid-game. His mid-game's his strongest. It's not particularly strong. So Centaur Warunner is a support champion. When I say support, I mean you have to help the guy who you're in lane with and sacrifice yourself to save him if need be. You basically have to make sure that the guy you're playing with does not die and gets the items. And now we come to the most important part of being a support character. You cannot farm the minions. As a support, you have to make sure that your carry, your ADC, gets the gold for killing minions. But you have to poke the enemy and make sure your ADC doesn't die. This is such an important role. The ADC is only as good as the support, and the better the support, the more the ADC can farm and be a complete and utter boss. Although you don't get a lot of credit for it, you are probably the reason behind most games being won or lost. Unless of course you have an idiot for a teammate who just feeds all the time. Because as a support, if you play your role well, your ADC can be utterly devastating. So your first ability is called Hoof Stomp. It is an area of effect stun that can last up to 2.75 seconds and does between 100 and 250 damage. This ability is great for initiating a fight and escaping one, especially early game. Late game it can be used to stop the enemies from coming to your tower, or it can be used to target the ADC of the enemy team. Unfortunately, it doesn't last long enough or have enough poke to be useful late game. So really what you want to do with this is use it at the beginning of the game to initiate fights and get some kills on your team to feed yourselves so that you can be useful. But watch out, because this ability uses almost half your mana at the beginning of the game. You're a guy who doesn't have a lot of mana, seeing as only 2 of your abilities use mana. The one is a passive, the other uses your health. But yeah, you're gonna wanna not use this too much unless you know you can at least kill them or damage them enough that they have to go back. I wouldn't spam this. Your next ability isn't really hard to understand, but using it properly can be difficult. Basically, you damage everything in a small radius aside from your allies, but this includes yourself. You can get up to 400 damage on your enemies in a small radius and yourself. It won't kill you, but it will chunk your health at the beginning of the game, so only use it to execute. If you don't, it can also wind up, well, helping the enemy team. So yeah, don't use this ability too much at the beginning of the game, but when you get to a high level, use it as much as you want, because with my build path, you'll get health much quicker than you can spend it, and this will give you so much power when it comes to initiating team fights, because you can run in, use your hoof stomp, use this, and then the team's already got half their health down, and then your character can just clean up the kills. Or you can if you want to. So your next ability, in my opinion, is what makes him such a good tank. Return is a passive that every time someone damages you with an auto attack, they get attacked back. Also, added to this, however much strength you have gets added as bonus damage, up to 75%. So let's say you have 500 points in strength. 75% of that will be added as damage.
Now, I don't know what the maximum strength you can get is, but it's pretty high, I think. So, not only do people get attacked if they attack you, but also you get extra attack damage. So basically, you just walk into lane and start hitting the ADC. If he doesn't run, he has to try and face you and take extra damage for hitting you. And if he does run, you can always stomp him and then use your other abilities to execute him. That's why I think this guy he's just basically a middle finger that runs around saying, "Huh, come at me, bro, come at me, try and kill me, you'll just lose." That's what he is.
Now, to demonstrate just how powerful this ability is, I'm going to come into lane and stand by the middle towers. Now, I have a Heart of Tarrasque, so the towers won't actually damage me unless someone hits me. Now watch, I'm not going to attack them, but look at their health. Do you see what's happening there? This ability works on buildings, as well as anything that attacks you. Not just the heroes, not just the creeps, but buildings.
So your ultimate is called Stampede, and basically every unit on your side, or hero unit, gets full movement speed for 3.75 seconds. Added to this, you can run over enemies and damage them based on how much strength you have. So, say you had 500 strength. At level 1 you damage him 100%, at level 2 you damage him 200%, at level 3 you damage him 300%. If you get an ulti stick, you can give your teammates damage reduction. I usually don't go for the ulti stick because, well, there are other items that could be more useful, but I mean, I can see how it would be useful. It just depends what area you go, what route you go with this guy, but I normally don't. But it's fine if you do. But yeah, you have to use Agahams, Aghanims, whatever, that scepter. It's called Aga something scepter. It's called the ulti stick. Everyone knows it as the ulti stick. That's what you use. This thing is brilliant for initiating fights and is brilliant for escaping fights. So the first item I get is called Tranquil Boots. It puts 12 points in your health regen and gives you 85 movement speed. However, if you're attacked, the health regen goes away for 12 seconds and will not come back if you keep getting attacked. What I do is I usually use my double edge and then use this to gain back the health I lost. The next item I get is called Blink Dagger. This allows me to teleport a short distance and it has a cooldown of 10 seconds. However, you cannot use Blink Dagger if you are being hit. It takes a 3-second cooldown after being hit to use again. This is very useful for initiating team fights, because you can blink in, use your hoof stomp, and then your double edge, and then if your team is far away, you can use your ultimate to get them to where you are. So the next item I go for is called a Pipe of Insight, and this increases your health regen and magic resistance. Also, it has an active of giving you and your entire team a barrier from, well, spells and stuff. So let's say someone's using a spell and you want to take some of the damage away, you activate this and then it'll absorb a portion of the damage for your entire team, not just you. Perhaps one of the most important items you can get as a tank, and especially for this guy, is Heart of Tarrasque. It gives you 300 health and 40 strength. However, its passive is percentage health regen. So if I remember correctly, it's 10% health regen. Now, if you have 3000 health, 10% of 3000 is 300 health regen. However, if you're attacked, this passive goes away, but only attacked by a hero or a shard. That big guy in the jungle, you know, that guy. But anything else, minions, turrets, low-level creeps, they cannot remove your passive. So you can tank all the tower damage, and it won't kill you faster than you regen health. That's why I think this is a core item, one of the most important items for this guy. Because of his passive return, you can return damage and it won't affect you while you're attacking the tower. Brilliant. So another very important item to get is Blade Mail. This I like to call the anti-ADC item. Basically, for a few seconds, you can activate this to give back 100% of the damage taken. So let's say the ADC, let's say Troll Warlord, because there's actually footage of him. Let's say he comes out of nowhere and starts attacking you. You activate this, and however much damage it gives you, he'll receive back 100%. Now add this to your passive return, your ability, you giving back more damage than he's giving you. This is so useful for taking down ADCs, hence the name I gave it. Alright, some general tips for this guy are this. Keep an eye on the map, make sure you know where everyone is, so that if need be, you can use your ultimate to help them escape if they get into a sticky situation. Say Wind Ranger and Lina are bottom and two guys come up and stun them and they're gonna die. You can use your ultimate from the other side of the map to help them. Another thing to note is, sometimes you will be a carry, but very rarely. This happens when you get fed, like say you kill a few people and you get your Heart of Tarask early or your other items early. Then you start to become a carry because you can tank damage and damage more than the ADC. This happens on occasion, and when that does, then you can start farming. But just be careful. Now, initiating strategies. I usually blink in, Q, and then if I can, I'll use my double edge to get that initial damage in so that my team can take them out. Some people like to use your ultimate to go in and kill them, but there's only one problem with that. Your character does not have a lot of escape, so I normally save the ultimate just in case I need to escape, or if we're winning the team fight, catch up to the enemies and finish them off. That's basically it from my side. That's basically what I learned from this guy. Thank you so much for watching my latest video, guys. I really appreciate the support. Now, if you want to contact me or follow me, I have a Twitter account and it'll be in the description box below. And if you have a suggestion for a character or a game you'd like me to try, leave it in the comment section as well. Other than that, it's just a big thank you for viewing this, for helping me if you are playing with me, and for teaching me some stuff. I hope you enjoy my next video, and I hope you enjoyed this one. See you later, guys. Ciao.